Tim, I mean, in defense, Rusev isn't the only guy who's probably going to end up being the next big guy when he comes in. I mean, you have the New Day, who's probably going to end up taking the tag titles from the Usos. Sorry to anyone who doesn't like the New Day. That's basically the truth right now. I'm sorry to say it.
Yeah, but I don't think there's anyone who doesn't like the New Day.
Oh, there's people who despise the New Day. There's people who hate the New Day. There's quite a few that hate the New Day. And I'll be the first to admit that they were getting bland when they, in their last couple months as Raw Tag Team Champions, but they've been off TV for a while. And, okay, I'm going to say it now. When the New Day comes in, they're going to get a title shot against the Usos at the next pay-per-view. And they're probably going to win.
And that's probably going to happen at SummerSlam.
May happen as quickly as this Money in the Bank. May happen just as quickly.
I'm calling for SummerSlam. I'm calling for it.
There's a chance that even if they lose the first matchup through faulty reasons, they're going to win the titles. No offense, but the New Day is marketable. The New Day does sell somewhat merch, probably more than the Usos do. No offense to the Usos, but I can almost guarantee for a fact that if there's two tag teams, that the only other tag team on the roster who could probably outsell the New Day in merchandise right now is the Hardys.
Yeah,
that's about it. Hardys may be number one now. I don't know. I don't have access to that full kind of information on who is number. If you want to know, I recommend you ask maybe Meltzer or someone along those lines, someone with actual connections to get that kind of random ass information. But the New Day, there's not really any other face tag teams right now who the Usos haven't beat. I mean, the Colones are heel. They've beat the American Alphas a couple times now. Round and round and round. Ascension are heel. Breezango is a face team now, but they just lost.
Definitely.
Which makes me wonder, it makes me think that the New Day is going to be debuting soon. Yep. Probably within the next 2 weeks. If not this SmackDown, then probably the next SmackDown. I guarantee it. One of the two. And what they plan to do is the New Day is going to get the title. How long they hold the titles, I don't know. I'm not going to try and describe what the New Day's title reign is going to look like. I'm not going to try. They're going to hold the titles. They're going to probably hold them for quite a while. Probably a couple months at the least. Do I think there's going to be any call-up team from NXT? No. I would have told you maybe DIY, but that's a topic for a bit. That's a topic that deserves its own discussion itself, talking about DIY, because we kind of talked about it with the NXT review, but we didn't go into too deep of a discussion about it. We kind of just said our opinions on the moment there, but DIY deserves their own little thing. Well, I guess I can't even say DIY now because, well, that's dead. They're dead now.
Yeah, that's over with.
That fad is over with. Sicilian psychopath Tommaso Ciampa is back. Oh God. Oh, if this is anything like his last Ring of Honor heel stint, this is going to be hilariously entertaining. But back to the New Day. So, and of course they have the Usos, they have the Colones, and they have the Ascension to work with as heel tag teams, so they have 3 teams right there. They could still work with the American Alphas in that face role, which makes you wonder who played a heel in that match. But the New Day is going to come in probably within the next 2 weeks. They're going to get the title, Money in the Bank or SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Actually, it depends, because there may be a chance that they may not defend their titles at SummerSlam. There may not be a title defense at SummerSlam. Maybe, but I doubt it. If they're going to give anything, the New Day's going. They aren't going to prolong the New Day winning the titles. I'm going to tell you that they're not going to prolong it. They're going to put them on it as fast as they can, probably. Which means that you're probably going to see either Money in the Bank or SummerSlam, and then a blow-off. with the Usos. One last match, their rematch at the next pay-per-view. I don't fully know what the next pay-per-view after. I think it's No Way Out, actually. I don't know. Don't hold me to that. That's after SmackDown's pay-per-view after SummerSlam, but there's the blow-off, and then they move on probably to the Colognes. Yeah. If I have to choose their next rival. But the New Day's coming in soon. They're going to win the tag titles. Sorry to anyone who doesn't like the New Day, who doesn't want them to be champs, but it's the logical choice right now. They're coming in. They sell merchandise. They're the longest reigning tag team champions. It's just kind of natural to go with them. But, hey, who knows? Maybe they won't win. And maybe the Usos will have to find someone else to face. I don't know who. Maybe.
Oh no, the New Day's gonna win.
I'm trying to figure out a scenario where the New Day doesn't win, but I can't picture it.
No. Besides, they haven't held tag team titles in quite a while.
Couple months. But they've got their little break. Now they get the tag titles back. They haven't been on SmackDown because Kofi Kingston's been injured. They haven't been able to actually go on SmackDown. So yeah, expect them to get the big return, get the return win, the titles, blah 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 blah, that kind of stuff. You know how it works, and by now you should know how it works. But I brought them up, and I want to keep talking about the New Day. But I have to just kind of move this talk because it's just on my mind. My God, am I happy with how they did the breakup of DIY. I thought they executed it. They were going to execute... If there was a way they were going to execute it, they did it the perfect way with how they did it.
Yeah.
They had them lose the titles. They made them... It was unexpected. It was unexpected for me. I didn't see it happening.
I didn't see any of it coming.
It reminded me of Ciampa's last Ring of Honor run where he was the Sicilian... I think it was his last run where he was like that Sicilian...
Yes.
Yeah.
Psychopath.
Yeah. It reminded me of that, and that was hilariously entertaining. Now, of course, Gargano and Ciampa, they're kind of different because Gargano and Ciampa, I mostly know them on the indies as singles wrestlers. I know that they've both held their share of tag titles before. Not with each other. But I know Johnny Gargano and Dragon Gate held it with Rich Swann, held a tag title with Rich Swann. Tommaso Ciampa, I'm trying to remember, because I swear he held a tag title with, I can't remember the company's name. See, this is the problem. There's so many when you can't remember a company's name. But, he's worked with Ring of Honor. He's a former television champion with Ring of Honor. Like a one-time... I think he held it once, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Actually, I don't actually think he's held a tag title than the NXT tag title, now that I think about it. Because the only title I can remember from him before coming to WWE was the Ring of Honor television.
Yeah. Maybe
he won some random-ass bingo hall promotion like Alpha One here. Tag titles with somebody, but other than that, I can't think of it. And then, of course, he comes into NXT, and they team him with Gargano. No, I don't know. I don't know if the two have history with each other. If they do, I don't know it.
Yeah.
I don't know any history that the two had beforehand. But, I know Gargano held the Dragon Gate titles with Rich Swann. And I think they held it for a long time. Like a long-ass time. I think he also held the Evolve title with Drew Galloway once. Was it Drew? I think it was Drew. He held the Evolve tag team title with. And I think he's held a couple other tag titles. So he's had his fair share of singles titles. His fair little share. but he's also had that mix of tag titles. Whereas Ciampa, he hasn't. Ciampa's a singles guy. Gargano's kind of that mix, but Ciampa's always been a singles guy. And I don't think... I heard a lot of people complain that they kind of made Gargano look weak with the segment, but I don't really think that's the full case. You have to think, the guy wrestled a full match beforehand. They're both going to be extremely exhausted. And they both put up a hell of a fight. Like, Gargano took that ladder shot for Ciampa, where he pushed him out of the way and he took that ladder shot.
Yeah.
And of course Ciampa grabs him, throws him into the Tron, and then he grabs him, gets on the table, and just drops him. And that was beautiful. that looking at and Ciampa's face, he just looked like he gave no fucks.
No.
He looked like he had no fucks given at all. He just grabbed Gargano, put him through the table, just stood there. Crowd was like, asshole, asshole, asshole. Fuck you, Ciampa.
I was kind of chanting, woo, with them. For
asshole.
I'm so sorry, but
I'm sorry that
liked DIY.
I like DIY too. They were the main face team. Exactly. Who do we have now? I don't know. Maybe TM61's going to return.
Well, we have Heavy Machinery. Everyone seems to like them. I like them.
The NXT crowd seems to like Heavy Machinery. Maybe
I like them too.
Maybe TM61's returning soon. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't heard from those guys in quite a while. They're now in what I like to call the Wesley and Blake zone of limbo. Where the fuck are they? Nobody knows.
Yeah.
One got injured, they both disappeared. No, that's not true. Wesley Blake appeared last week or 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
Out of nowhere. I was like, oh, Blake, welcome back, buddy. Where have you been the past year?
Yeah, exactly.
But now, DIY is gone. So the Authors of Pain looks like they're going to be facing either Heavy Machinery or Sanity next. I think it's interesting that the next big thing is going to be DIY. Now they're separated. Now you got two singles guys. Of course, they're going to start feuding. And I saw their Cruiserweight Classic match wasn't too bad. Gargano and Ciampa.
Yeah, that was a nice match.
Which gives me hopeful that maybe this time with a story that it's going to be better. Maybe with an actual legitimate storyline involved in it. I don't know if they're going to push Ciampa now as like a main eventer. Because I think the next guy to get the main event spot is Roderick.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
But I think he is going to now be a focal heel on NXT. Gargano's going to be a new face, he's going to be a new heel.
Yeah.
But there's also the chance that one of them could get called up soon, if need be.
You know what? There's also the chance it could be both of them, right? Because you know what? You never know who's going to end up
called up. That's the other thing. That also deserves its own discussion, this NXT's screwed up called up system. The NXT call up system is a screwed up mess, but you never know. One could get called up, both could get called up, neither could get called up. Who the hell knows? For all I know, tomorrow night, Blake could get called up.
Exactly.
To fucking Raw for no reason. Just because. But predicting the singles path career of where Gargano and Ciampa are going to go, they're going to feud with each other first.
Yeah.
We know that. They're going to feud, probably going to get a match at the next takeover. That's going to be their first thing. Gargano's going to stay a face, singles. And Ciampa's going to stay a heel singles. Do I think either of them are going to be the ones who beat Bobby Roode for the title? No. No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Don't think so. That ain't a knock at Ciampa or Gargano. That's not a knock at their wrestling ability. That's not a knock at them themselves. It just ain't happening. I think they're going to stay singles wrestlers in NXT for for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, but the only other thing is that I'm not going to say that it can't happen, only because of the fact that Jinder's world champion.
Anything's
I'm
possible.
Sure if he can be world champion, I'm sure Gargano
or Ciampa could be NXT champion. But to beat Bobby Roode, nah, I don't see it. Too many guys right now who I could see beating Roode before either of them. Roderick, Drew.
Oh no.
Maybe Ono if they decide to actually start building up Ono again. Who knows? Maybe Aleister Black may get a title shot.
No, but I think if anyone's getting called up, though, it's going to be Hideo Itami.
Maybe.
I think he's the next one to go up.
Maybe. I don't know. I think they're going to keep him at least on NXT for a while. While longer. I don't even know. They may give him another title shot. That's not really how NXT usually works. Usually when you lose clean.
Maybe, after, say, a couple good guys like Drew and Ono and Roderick get a shot, maybe he'll earn a shot again or something.
But, I know, and NXT does call-ups and usually tries to do them in seasons. So after SummerSlam or after Survivor Series, either one, there's going to probably be another set of call-ups. I don't think Heidel's going to be in that one. I think he's going to be in the next one after that one.
I think Heidel's going to be in the Royal Rumble call-up.
Okay, there is the usual Royal Rumble call-up that we've had. We had time that Royal Rumble call-up. He came and then he came up. I think they just put him in there so they could get the whole 10 thing. But, there's a possibility he could get called up to the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble itself, you never know who they're going to actually put in it, so it could be really anybody. But DIY, they're broken up. I loved how they played it off. I think they played it off perfectly. They made Ciampa asshole chance. They made Ciampa look pretty brutal. I'm going to enjoy where they do it next. I'm going to see what they do. Actually, Candice LeRae provided a little storyline update for Gargano, saying that he's going to come back better. They're like, oh, Johnny is too heartbroken and he's too sad and he doesn't want to tell anyone what's going on, and he's told his doctors to keep all his information private. So, of course, they're trying to play that Gargano is, of course, devastated by the betrayal of his best friend, especially when he took a fucking ladder shot for the guy. And, of course, Ciampa is going to probably end up doing the normal NXT. Normal NXT method. Ciampa, for the next couple NXT's episodes, he's going to fight some random-ass jobber. Beat them up. Johnny's going to come back. They're going to set up the TakeOver match. TakeOver happens. Whoever wins TakeOver wins TakeOver. They're trying to build 2 single stars out of this. Of course, and then I've heard actually some people. There's also, of course, some people concerned that one of them is going to end up getting Marty Jannetty'd. I don't think that's going to happen here.
No.
Nah, I think they're both pretty much going to stay. They're going to both be in NXT for a while now.
Yeah.
Where I would have said that DIY may get the call up soon, now that they are split up, they're going to be in NXT for quite a while longer, I believe. Yeah. So they can actually build their single stuff. Because, popular to contrary belief, just because you have a popular tag team doesn't mean that you can transition them to singles and they're going to be just as popular. So, of course, you have to try and build them up as single stars now. Ciampa is an amazing talent. Gargano is an amazing talent. I see nothing wrong with either man as singles wrestlers, and I am excited to see where it goes.
Oh yeah, me too, yeah. For sure. Because you're going to either where you know you're going to get a good rivalry.
You're going to at least get a good rivalry out of the two guys.
Yeah.
You're at least going to get a rivalry out of the two guys. And you may be able to build some decent mid-card guys out of them. You may be able to actually solidify them as good mid-card guys.
Yeah.
You could... I don't see them being main event, main roster players. Actually, if anything, I'd actually say that there's a good chance that they may end up on the Cruiserweight division.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
There's a very good chance they may end up on the Cruiserweight. So maybe you build up some Cruiserweight talent. You maybe spend the next couple months building them up as singles wrestlers. If you need some Cruiserweight talent, you call up Gargano, or you call up Ciampa. You get something. You get more Cruiserweights, I guess. Which is kind of funny because you have Gran sitting at home doing nothing but main event.
Yeah.
Poor Gran. Made it to the finals.
Thing.
He's disappeared.
He is talented.
Mascara Dorada, Grand Metal League. He is talented. He made it to the finals of the Cruiserweight Classic, and now he's on main event. That's a pretty low fall for the guy who's only been on 205 Live, I think, once or twice.